So the ketogenic diet has many mechanisms associated with it that can impact epilepsy and a wide variety of seizure disorders. And it was always interesting to me that the ketogenic diet can manage various forms of seizures independent of the etiology. So you could have seizures associated with temporal lobe epilepsy or glucose transporter type deficiency syndrome or Angelman syndrome, which is something that we study. And it does it through a wide variety of mechanisms. And what really struck me in 2009 or 10 when I started reading the literature, the diet works when drugs fail. So that would suggest the diet is working through a mechanism independent of any mechanism that drugs are working through currently. And I think, Jung Ro told me that, or he wrote that in a review, or maybe his book that I read. And I think that's true, but I think also what's going on, and he's well aware of this too, is that the ketogenic diet, by impacting metabolism, it impacts so many different mechanisms working in synergy. So if you look at all the mechanisms, and I can think of like 12 off the top of my head. So you have many mechanisms, anticonvulsant mechanisms, like working together in synergy to metabolically and through various signaling pathways manage epilepsy. And it does it. I have an interest in targeting brain energy metabolism. And I think what the diet does in a very elegant way is it helps to restore the natural metabolic state of the brain and the neuropharmacology of the brain. So it helps to basically get brain energy metabolism in balance and also maybe balance some of the neurotransmitters associated with epilepsy. We know it increases the GABA to glutamate ratio. And many drugs like vigabatrin work by elevating GABA levels, and we know the diet can do that. Vigabatrin's side effect is blindness in a small percentage of the population, but it's irreversible. The ketogenic diet significantly elevates GABA to glutamate ratio, so I think it's working. That's one area that I'm really interested in, how it's impacting neurotransmitters in the brain, and also ketones. So we know ketones in our studies have a profound anticonvulsant effect. And we found that it's important not only to elevate beta-hydroxybutyrate, but to elevate acetoacetate as well in a 1-to-1 ratio we found. So when you elevate acetoacetate, you also get a small production of acetone. And work by a number of investigators have shown that acetone can impact the brain in a way that can help reduce hyperexcitability associated with seizures. So I'm interested in the ketogenic diet and all those mechanisms associated, and also the effect of ketones by themselves have a direct effect probably on neurons, but also an indirect effect through its influence on brain metabolism.